ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Nkuhuma Pride on foot. You might not have the best visual from where you are now. We're to go a little bit further forward. Keep your eyes peeled. We're gonna keep very quiet. I can see them. Just gonna walk up there. Hopefully they don't get angry at us. I'm sure they'll be fine. They are quite a relaxed pride on foot, but we're gonna be very quiet for the next minute. You see them? This is fantastic. We've got lions on foot again. Now that is the beauty about tracking and understanding the freshness of tracks. And those tracks were very, very fresh. We did a bit of a loop around over here. And there they are. Looks like one of the youngsters looking at us. And they're probably about 1 kilometer or 2 south from where I left them last night. And they're looking at me and wondering if I'm food. It is quite an amazing feeling. So it is probably one of my favorite things to find on foot is lions, and having an expert like Herbie around didn't take us very long at all. Not far from where Herbie and I found them last time, Herbs? A little bit further east from here. But they love coming in and out of this drainage system. Yeah, super excited, super excited. Everyone's excited as myself and Herbie, and hopefully Ferg is able to hold the camera steady. Look at that, she's looking at us now. Head is up. I can only see 2. Herbie can see a 3rd one. But that's fine. This is what Lions on Foot is all about. It's not about getting close. It's not about getting a reaction. It's about viewing them from a safe distance where we're not going to negatively influence them anyway. So, Franklin alarm calling behind us, so Herbie just keeping an eye on them and on these lions. Doesn't matter how many times you do this, folks, the heart rate always increases by a huge beat. Staring down the largest carnivore on the African continent with my stick. Here we go. Relaxed again. Absolutely marvelous. How's the visual there, Ferg? Do you want to come up a bit closer here, Ferg? Victoria, you are excited and you would be terrified, but with people like myself and Herbie, it would make you feel right at home. But the beautiful thing about being in this situation is that I'm not thinking about anything else. You're in the moment. It brings you straight into the moment, into the present. It's just the breath. It's the sounds. It's the smells. Nothing else is on the mind at all. And that is what's beautiful about being in the bush. You don't even have to see these guys, but the anticipation of seeing a dangerous animal afoot does something for the human spirit. This is where we as humans evolved. This is where we as humans spread ourselves out onto the world stage on the African continent, in the savannah, with lions, with elephant. And to see them this close up, we're probably about 35, 40 yards from them at the moment, is always, always awe-inspiring for me. How's everybody feeling at home? This is fantastic. good, Herbie? Hey, he's completely relaxed. This is like second nature to him. Look at that. Chilled as a cucumber. Or is it as cool as a cucumber? I forget. But that is the marvelous thing, folks. Is I can only see two. Herbie can see a third one, but we know for sure, just because the Nkuhuma Pride is always together, that all 11 individuals are somewhere there in the long grass. And the visibility of them is not great, but this is fine. Brent is on his way here. He's going to be able to get up a much closer and much more in personal space with them, because they're much more relaxed to the vehicle. And for me, it's awesome, because last night you saw how close we were to the Pride themselves, and how they were very close to the Pride, or to the vehicle, and now we're 40, 50 meters from there, 40 times the distance. But the sensations coursing through me are far different, far more wild, far more real. And if you ever want a true African experience, you need to get out on foot. Laura, it's quite easy, actually, how we exit from a place like this, is that we would just go back. Just back the way we came. We know where the danger is. We know where the lions potentially are. So if we wanted to leave here, we would just sort of back up and go back the way we came. To just go trudging through there is just unethical. We'll probably chase the lions away. Okay, so apparently Nix is saying that we're looking at the oldest female. She's the one with the wound on her rump. All I can see is 2 sets of ears. Couldn't tell you an individual from this distance. Apparently Ferg's managing to capture the moment. How's the steady hands there, Ferg? Going well. He's concentrating, folks. I'll stop talking to him. So they're still looking quite interested. You know, I mean, they're up. They're paying attention to us. I wonder how far that kudu went between them last night. At the end, when they started finishing the kudu, there wasn't too much in the way of aggression that you normally see when a kill gets too small. Here comes another lion into the frame from the side. That's marvelous. So we've seen at least 4 now. So that's just made my week. Thanks, Herbie. Very cool. Lions on foot is something that, if you've never done it before, it's something very, very worthwhile doing. I mean, the objective, and it's something I always used to say on my trails, is that it's not about getting close. We're not that close, but the feeling here, there's no protection around us at all. So good morning and a very warm welcome to you all from wherever you may be in the world. We are coming to you live from Djuma in the Sabi Sands, South Africa, where we have just found ourselves a pride of lions on foot. My name is Steve Falconbridge, and I'm joined by the very steady-handed Fergus, who's managing to do a very good job of looking at these lions with the camera. Let's go back to them, and they're just lying up over there. Please feel free to send through your comments just below in the stream. Let us know what you think about this, your questions. This is the Nkuhuma Pride. We had them last night. They killed a kudu further north from where we are right now. This is very exciting. They're about 2 kilometers south from where we had them. We were walking along. We found their tracks in the river drainage depression. We did a bit of a loop this way and that way. with the expert help of my very good friend here, Herbie, and we found them within about 3 to 4 minutes of the attempted tracking. So that is absolutely fantastic to be able to see these guys on foot. And this is live, ladies and gentlemen. These are wild lions, and they're about 30 to 40 meters away from us right now. Kathy, our absolute pleasure for going live. This is what we live for, and we're super excited we're able to share this with you, sitting at home or wherever you may be. The lions were looking at us quite intently for a moment, but now they're looking all over the place. They seem to be quite relaxed. Gary and Craig from Australia, welcome to the show. Let us know what you think about all of this. These are wild lions, folks, and my heart is pumping in my chest. Jesse, this is potentially quite dangerous, but we are a safe distance away. We are with an expert by the name of Herbie. He does have a rifle in case of any emergencies, but we are walking as if we don't have a rifle. We're keeping very low our voices. We will not turn our back, and we will not go closer than this to influence their behavior. They are quite relaxed. If the lions happen to go down flat and their ears go flat, then you know that you're causing them some discomfort. But we're a safe distance away. If they did start showing us any warning signs, we'd immediately reverse and back out with keeping our eyes focused on them. You can see that their heads are starting to go down. They are not too concerned with our presence at the moment. RJ, we are being very careful, but thank you for the concern. It is one of the highlights of being in the African wilderness is the potential to walk and to encounter the biggest carnivore on the African continent on foot. There is something very special to be said about this kind of interaction. And there they go. They've gone back to sleep. We clearly are of absolutely no interest to them whatsoever. Maybe we can creep up a couple meters, Herbie. We're just going to go a little bit closer. Ferg's going to keep his eye peeled on these lions. Let's see if we can get just a little bit closer. Fergus is doing a sterling job of holding that camera. And Jana, the Nkuhuma Pride, has got 11 lions, 5 adult females, and then 6 youngsters. One of them is a male. They're about between the ages of 14 months and 17 months, so to speak. There we go. That youngster's got its head up again. There we go, Fergie. That head is up again, giving us a little stare down. Beautiful is that? Good job, Fergus. So, ladies and gentlemen, everyone out there watching, people from California, South Dakota, New Zealand, so fantastic you're here watching with us. Remember, this is absolutely live, and if you'd like to continue watching, please, we are still live on Safari Live, so please Google us, keep watching the show. We'd love to have your support, and on that note, have a fantastic morning. Back with us, folks. So, before Fergus's arm falls off and before anything else happens, we're going to go back over to Tristan Dix, who'll be back with us shortly.
Is where the lions are. It looks like one or two of them might have spotted Fergus's aerial. You can see that one is looking quite intently at Ferg's aerial. But we're going to let the bushwalk team have a chance to move out of here safely. There we go. And we're going to go have a closer look at the lions. Well done, guys. Oh, they walked far. So from where we looked for them this morning. They've come out on top of our tracks, and they've now probably covered about 2 or 3 Ks. Okay, look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Hello, Oompa Loompas. So let's see. Hi guys. So now Craig was telling me it looked like one of the lionesses had a bit of an injury. So try to see if we can find her. Oh, they are looking a lot better than the last time I saw them. The last time I saw them, they were very skinny and looking a bit bedraggled. At the moment, they're looking like very happy, healthy lions. So we've surrounded ourselves with them. So we've got the majority of the pride sitting up there. That's one of the big girls. There's another lioness walking towards her at the moment, Craig, so it's just a little stretch. And they are looking very happy. Come on, pop out from behind the bush. I just want to see. You can see the females aren't too fat at the moment. So I said it didn't look like the biggest kudu they ate last night. I see, is that the one with the injury? Doesn't look like it. We got some very happy looking sub-adults there all around us. And the ones to the left here look particularly happy. There's a little boy. Oh, he's having a little stretch. Now, he was quite brave during the whole fight yesterday, roaring and running around, behaving like he was twice his size. As you can see, the cubs have had a lot more to eat. Look at those bellies. Now, where are you off to, mister? Where's this little male off to? He's going to go head off to the rest of the pride. Now, Bushwalk, of course, was quite close to these lions on foot. And Andy, the danger isn't really from the lions you can't see. During the day, lions have a very healthy respect for human beings being the dominant diurnal predator. And they'll actually try avoid or run away from human beings, mostly. And the Bushwalk guys were safe enough distance that the lions didn't feel threatened, so they didn't feel the need to either run away or growl or charge. Now, most of the times when a lion charges, it makes a lot of noise, and in doing that, it's saying, you guys are too close, go away, but they don't really want to get into a fight. They're instinctively scared of human beings during the day. At night, however, is a completely different story, and they would definitely try munch upon you. Oh, next fatty's up. A little scratch. A big lioness, Lara, next to me at the shoulder would probably be just below my hip. At the shoulder, head probably just above my hip. And a big lioness can weigh as much as 120, 125 kilograms. You're off to go see the rest of the pride as well, with those wobbly bellies. Now, the last time I saw them, they were looking in not the best condition, very hungry, very skinny. Well, they got a few nicks and scratches, as you can see, but they are looking far, far better than when I last caught up with the Nkuhumas. Seems like they're really enjoying kudu at the moment, with the lack of buffalo around. They're probably not going to move too far today with those full bellies, but they might hunt again this evening. Now, oh, sorry, Craig. Now, of course, this little male, he's not too old at the moment. He's hiding there in the thickets, eating some grass. Carol, he'll hang around as long as possible, basically. So normally to about 2.5, 3 years old. 3 years old, normally they get the boot. But it's with the Birminghams possibly not spending nearly as much time here going forward, he might hang around a little bit longer. He might get lucky. But the females will tolerate him for a certain amount of time. They do tend to get a little bit aggressive when their sons or nephews start trying to mate with them. But it does happen, especially if no other male lions move into this area and he's able to hang around till he's 4 or 5. But that's very unlikely that we would get no new males if the Birminghams decided not to spend as much time here. Now, the Evokers would definitely try claim this pride, Breezy, if the B-boys decided not to come back. However, the problem is they would probably kill all the sub-adults at this stage. The females probably need another year or two to really get to a stage where the males would ignore them. The young male, however, would have to leave regardless. The Evokers would definitely try remove him from the equation completely. Oh, there we go. We got some movement again. Some little bit of grooming. Oh, flop down on top of each other. Look at that. Lovely little playing there. Practicing that suffocation hold. Oh, isn't that sweet? Still going for this the suffocation hold, but not very seriously. Oh, isn't this cute? Now, lions are not the nicest smelling things in the world, Dean. Fortunately, at the moment, after the rain last night, they don't smell too bad, but they are smelly creatures. They eat carrion, they eat rotting meat, they're predators. Yes, they're not the nicest smelling creatures you're going to come across in the bush. Now, there's quite a lot of interesting debate and research into do female lions prefer males with dark manes, which is what Baobab is asking. As a general rule, it seems to be darker maned males have more testosterone, so are slightly more dominant. But again, that all depends on whether that male's been in a fight and injured, and one of the blonder males haven't. So they can also usurp the darker males as the dominant in the coalition. The male lion coalition is a constant seesaw of dominance, but in sort of controlled captive environments, it seems like lionesses prefer males